Why do animals cooperate? Taken from a scientific point of view, animals cooperate on the simplest level because their genes are similar.
Oh, do you mean like jeans, like pants jeans? Like those jeans?
No, not like your pants.
Well, okay then, if I don't understand the whole genes concept, why don't you explain it to us in simpler terms? Maybe more biological ones, Mr. Genius.
Okay. Let me explain. Most species of animals live in social groups. And although most independent agents, i.e. animals, or us for that matter, are out for themselves inherently so that they can pass on their own genes, there are times in society where animals have to interact with each other for there to be any benefit for either agent.
You're saying I can't go get a burger by myself? Like I always gotta be with somebody else for me to get the burger? I can't benefit myself alone? What are you talking about?
Yes, you can still get your hamburger by yourself. What I'm trying to say is, scientists have devised 4 separate ways to categorize social behavior when necessary for someone to get a benefit, i.e. an agent, an animal. The first category we can use to describe social behavior is selfish behavior, one of the most prevalent. And the prevalence of selfish behavior is mainly because it's encoded in our genes. Our genes tell us to go search for our own food, to find our own mates, because at the end of the day, the only way we can pass on our genes to the next generation is by taking care of ourselves first. The second category we're going to talk about is mutually beneficial behavior. Although slightly less prevalent than selfish behavior, mutually beneficial behavior is seen often in pro-social societies.
So you're saying it's kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing? That kind of deal, right?
Exactly, my friend, yeah. It's basically a behavior that involves a benefit incurring to both the recipient of the behavior and the actor. So picture something like a remora on a shark. The shark is being cleaned and preventing itself from having any parasites, and the remora is getting nutrients. The third behavior we can talk about is spiteful behavior. However, I'd like to move on to the next one. Spiteful behavior is a little bit confusing, and for the scope of this argument, the next behavior is incredibly important. And without further ado, I give you altruistic behavior. What is that anyways? Altruistic behavior involves one agent working solely for the benefit of another, with no benefit coming its own way. And the question behind this entire argument of why must animals interact socially in the first place underlies the question, why are animals altruistic? Why do they help each other? If we're selfish and that gets us what we need, what's the point of altruism? The first way to support the claim of altruism and its significance in general would be to understand direct fitness. If you act for the benefit of another and those actions directly improve your fitness or your ability to reproduce and survive in your current generation, then that's direct fitness. A second way to support the claim of altruism would be to understand the idea of a byproduct of a behavior. Take, for example, a school of fish. A fish that is selfish will enter the large school to protect itself, and its protection, or the altruistic behavior of the group, is merely a byproduct of the selfish act of the single fish. The cumulative nature of the pod is just a result of each fish wanting to be safe. But what about the actions, the altruistic actions that an agent takes that don't give it immediate benefits? What are the purpose of those actions, and how can we explain them? The term we can give to explain the entire spectrum of this argument is inclusive fitness. Inclusive fitness fills in very nicely when it's hard to tell why an animal would act if they're not going to receive an immediate benefit. The best way to put it is that selection occurs at the lowest transmissible level in all species, and that means in their genes.
Oh, their genes, the twirly helix thing. I get it now.
Thank you. Yes, their genes. The simplest way information can be passed on or selected for is through your genes. It's not always realistic for an animal to achieve or gain some benefits selfishly, and if they can't in any other way, even by cheating, then sometimes the best option is to be altruistic or to help benefit others that share similarly related genes to your own. But on a conscious level like we humans get to experience, we still wonder, is it truly beneficial to us in the long run if we're helping out someone even if they are related? If we're to look to our genes for answers, then the answer would be yes, it is important. And the reason being is that genes have only one reason for existence, and that is to propagate themselves into another generation. And if that propagation involves helping out an individual with a similar pool of genes, then so be it. So, there you have it. genes basically dictate every reason why an animal cooperates if you really want to get down to the dirty of it. So thank you for listening to me ramble on for just a little more than 5 minutes. I'm Dave, and signing off. Thank you.